When it comes to prison, you think you know, but you don't know. Hi, my name is Coss Marte, and I'm the founder and CEO of ConBody, and I was incarcerated for 6 years in New York State, Rikers Island, Sparfield, Elmira. Right now, I'm a personal trainer, and I founded this company, ConBody, to hire formerly incarcerated people to teach our fitness classes. So we run our prison-style boot camp, and what we do is go back into prison, and we train these guys to become personal trainers. Are jail and prisons the same thing? Yes, no. So the answer is no. Basically, jail, it's a holding space where you're gonna be seeing the judge and you're fighting your case until you're proven guilty. Once you're proven guilty is when you're sentenced to prison. So jail is the first step, and then you'll be sentenced to prison right after jail. What do you eat in prison? Filet mignon, Nutriloaf, depends on the day. It does depend on the day. Some days you have like a good chow where you're gonna get like maybe something that looks like chicken, that tastes like chicken. But then you also could eat the Nutriloaf when you get in trouble and you're in solitary confinement. It tastes disgusting, and there was never a filet mignon. Are you really afraid of dropping the soap? Yes, no, sometimes. Yes, no. No, I was never afraid of dropping the soap. I mean, you hear the rumors when you watch these shows, and the first time I went to jail was like, a lot of that prison rumor, if you went to prison, you probably got raped or anything like that is all BS. It's not the 80s and this is not Oz. How many hours a day do you spend in your cell while you're in solitary confinement? 8 hours, 12 hours, 23 hours, 24 hours. So you spend 23 hours, you're required to get 1 hour rec. I was actually violated and was not given that hour rec, and I spent 24-hour lockdown for 30 days. Do you stay in the same prison for all of your sentence? Yes or no? No, you go through different phases. You go from jail to prison, and you have to go through a reception process, then you land in another prison. In the 6 years I was incarcerated, I ended up in 7 prisons. Which colors do inmates wear? Red, orange, blue, white, all of the above. It varies from prison to prison. Most of the time you cannot wear what the guards wear. They're afraid that you probably could sew a prison guard's like uniform and walk out the door with it. True or false, inmates often segregate by race. True. When you go into a prison, even a yard, you'll see handball courts are segregated. You go to a mess hall, the tables are segregated. Even the phones that you use inside of a prison pod, they're all segregated by race. Which of these innovations can be made by inmates in a prison? A lighter made out of battery and headphone wires. A fryer made out of a metal bed frame and an iron. A tattoo gun made out of a staple and an inside of a tape cassette player. So all of the above was all made while I was in prison, and I actually used to make some of these things. In your experience, are prison escapes common or not? Very common, occasionally, rarely. So prison escapes are rarely attempted. I've never seen one happen in the incarceration period that I've been in. You might see once in a blue a Shawshank Redemption story, but not very common. If you try to even attempt to escape from prison, you get an additional charge on top of your prison sentence that you already received. From a scale of 1 to 10, how realistic is Orange is the New Black? 1, 3, 8, and 10. I would say 8. Most of it is realistic. But like escaping out of the yard when the gate opens and diving into a lake, that is not real, and it's not gonna happen. And now you know.